Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, welcome back to Budget with Ira. In today's video, we're going to be answering the question that nobody asked. Can I survive for a week on reduced to clear clearance food? Now, I don't know if you get this in any other country, but in the UK, about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, every single supermarket and store that sells food will go through and they'll do what's called code checking, or at least that's what it was called in the supermarket that I used to work in. What that is food that is about to expire or going to expire that night, they reduced heavily so that they can sort of sell it and kind of make a little bit of profit on it. So they do it as a cost cutting exercise, and a lot of supermarkets have a sort of I don't want to put any food in landfill sort of deal with the government as well, so they kind of have to do it as well. I mean, don't fact check me on that, I don't know if that's right, but that's what I think it is anyway. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be snatching that stuff up and eating it. I don't really buy that yellow sticker food just because I don't think there's great variety, and it tends to be the things that nobody wants to buy, so I don't really want it either. But sometimes I do see a bargain in there, and sometimes I will just pick it up. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be exclusively buying those items, and I'm going to do it for 7 days and see what does that look like. What does that look like in terms of my overall health? Because I have no choice over what I'm going to eat. Well, I guess I have a little bit of choice, but I can only buy the clearance food. So if they don't have fresh veggies and things like that, I can't eat it. I am really excited about this for 2 reasons. Number one is I don't know what I'm going to be eating from day to day. And the other thing is that I might be trying new foods. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be going to supermarkets later on in the evening. I'm talking like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, and seeing what I can buy. At the end of this video, we're going to see how much I spent in 7 days on all of this food. Is it actually cheaper to do it this way than to meal prep and buy ingredients and sort of buy groceries like a normal person, basically? However, I do have some rules. So rule number 1 is I need to buy breakfast, lunch and dinner, and maybe some snacks depending on how I'm feeling. My budget is unlimited, so I can spend whatever I want on these, because the true test is it cheaper? Every piece of food that I buy must be reduced to clear. Now, I'm not talking about something that is generally just reduced on the shelf. It needs to have that sticker on it and say reduced to clear or clearance or whatever it is. It needs to be in that special bay in the supermarket. You know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm just not good at explaining it. And the 4th rule is that I can use my own spices and my own condiments. I don't need to buy those. Good. Glad all the rules are clear, because I'm going to be living by these for the next 7 days. So tonight I'm going to hit up a supermarket, don't know which one yet, and I'm going to pick out tomorrow's dinner. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, it's about 20 past 7 and I am going to go to my local co-op to see if they've got any clearance food. So the game plan is that I get something for breakfast, lunch and dinner. If I can't get anything for breakfast, lunch and dinner and maybe a snack, then I'll drive on and try somewhere else. I think it's late enough in the day that there still might be something there, but I might have missed it if there's like loads of eagle-eyed people who like to get loads of stuff on the cheap. So let's see what I get, let's see how much I spend, and wish me luck. So I wasn't really keen on the selection in co-op, and I don't know whether I'm being too picky or anything, but yeah, I just didn't really fancy any of that. So I'm gonna try Tesco. I might not get what I want, but I'm gonna get something because I can't be bothered to go anywhere else. So I think I've done all right, actually. So let me show you what I've got for my first full day of living on clearance food. So for breakfast, I've got these Yeo Valley strawberry kefir yogurts, and it's a pack of 4 and they were marked down from £2 to £1. For lunch, I've got a wicked golden rice, and this was reduced from £2.50 to 65p. And then we got some squeaky bean vegan chicken tikka, and I can add that to the rice. This was 57p. This expires today as well, but I'm quite comfortable eating that tomorrow too. For dinner, I have got a chicken poke, which was £1.70, reduced from £5. So there's quite a saving on there. Avocado, chicken, edamame beans, red cabbage. It looks so nice. And to go with it, I got some vegetable gyoza as well. This was £1.26, reduced from £3.50. I also got a snack, which was this pork pie. It's reduced from £1.40 down to 32p. I think I'm going to have a lovely day tomorrow. The only thing I'm worried about is my breakfast going to be filling enough? Because 2 yogurts, might have to have the pork pie for breakfast too. I think I'm going to come a little bit earlier, maybe about 5 o'clock tomorrow, just to see if there's better deals, because I was a bit disappointed by how much was on the shelf, but I did get some banging stuff. If I want to see, is this cheaper? At the moment, no, because I've just spent £5.50 for a day's worth of food. And if I realistically think about my budget, so normally I'd spend £50 for a week for 2 people, so £25 is me. At this rate, I would be £10 overspent. So I kind of need to try and make my food spend each day about £3 to make it worthwhile, I think. But let's see what happens. I'm excited to eat my food tomorrow. This is what I recorded for the whole day. I made a mistake. I pressed the wrong button, but basically this is your footage. So I had the yogurts for breakfast. They were okay. They were perfectly in date, so they didn't taste any different at all. The rice with the squeaky bean, like pretend chicken, was probably a bit much for lunch. So I only actually managed half of it, and I had to get a friend to eat the rest of it. The chicken poke was absolutely brilliant, and so were the gyoza. I would definitely buy them full price if I had the money for it. Look how nice the sky looks like. So it's quite late. I thought it's 10 o'clock at night and my local Tesco's closes at 11. So I thought, why don't I try going really, really late just to see if there's any really good bargains. Okay, so that was mildly successful. I spent £5.07, which just on day 2, I can already tell that this is not a cheap way to eat. I mean, I might be surprised. I think tomorrow what I might do is try a different supermarket and try a different time. I didn't get anything for breakfast. I'm gonna eat those strawberry yogurts from the other day. For lunch, I've got this spinach red pepper pie, which was £1.31, which I thought was a bargain. Then for dinner, I've got these rolls, which were 10 pence. I'm gonna try and eat all 4 because they are like going to expire, and inside them I got some lean ham. I mean, it's not my ambition to eat expired meat, but I mean, it'll be okay. I'm thinking I'll probably put some mayo with them. And I got these hula hoops which are reduced, and they're probably reduced either because the packet is popped or there's less than 6 packets, but they're gonna last me as like an extra thing for the rest of the week. So that's kind of my snack sorted out. What I did also get was a treat, which was some triple chocolate eclairs. They were £1.60. So I mean, dinner, breakfast, whatever, I'm gonna eat them. They're gonna be nice. So today I had the eclair for breakfast. Jake had already eaten the other one. For lunch, I had the expired meat in the wrap and the crisps. The bag of crisps were really good, but the bread was really quite dry. And for dinner, I had that tartlet, which I forgot to film, but it was okay. A bit boring flavoured, but I guess that's just what it's supposed to taste like. So on day 3, I went to the Co-op. For breakfast, I bought crumpets, which were 23p. They were dry, but they were okay. For lunch, I ate the sausage rolls, which were 60p, and some of the strawberries, which were 55p. They were really, really nice, but some of the strawberries were a little bit too soft, but yeah, it was all right. And for dinner, I had the wrap. There was no difference to it. It tasted absolutely fine. The wrap cost me 60p, so in total at the Co-op for a whole day's worth of food, I spent £1.98, which is very, very cheap. Okay, so it's day 4 and so far so good. I think because I got to the Co-op a little bit earlier in the day, it was quite good for price. However, it was a bit, it wasn't fun food, you know what I mean? It wasn't like great stuff, if that makes sense. I didn't really feel like I was having a meal. I was having a sandwich and some sausage rolls, you know what I mean? Feels like I was like spreading a picnic over throughout the whole day. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go to Tesco because I really like the choice in there, and I'm going to go there in the middle of the day. So it's 12:15 now. I'm going to go there now and see what I can get. So this felt like a successful shopping trip, but I ended up spending £8.88, which I think is a lot of money for one day's worth of food for one person. Let me show you what I got. So for breakfast, I got this smoked ham and cheddar toasty. It was £2.50, reduced to £1.45, which I think, I mean, not bad. For sort of a snack throughout the day, I got some strawberries. So they were £1.74. This is where they get you, right? £1.74 reduced from £2. So they were £2. Now I paid £1.74 for them. So I've saved 26p and I have to eat them like today or tomorrow. If I just paid 26p extra, I could eat them over the course of a couple of days. I'm going to be careful of that sort of thing. I'm just looking at yellow labels at the moment. For lunch, I got this Cajun spice chicken little bake, which I think is going to be really nice. It was $1.30 down to $84. I think that's a good bargain, that one. And then for dinner, I got 2 beef burritos. They were $3.60 down to £2.74. So there's 2 beef burritos, and I'm going to share these with Jake because I also got some gunpowder potatoes, which look so good. So they were £2 down to £1.24. So not a massive saving. So I think what I've learned is if I go in the middle of the day, there is much more choice and I can get much better food. But the markdowns aren't as severe as they would be in the evening. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to a different supermarket to see what's about. Maybe Asda or something like that. But I'm going to go much later in the day. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm getting sweaty. I need to go. So I ended up having the slice for breakfast and some of the strawberries. I ended up having to throw away quite a lot of the strawberries because they'd gone quite soft. I had the toasty for lunch and it was okay, although I wish I did it in the oven because I did it in the microwave and obviously bread goes a bit soggy in the microwave. So other than that, it tasted all right. And for dinner, there was enough for 2 of us. So we had the potatoes and the beef burrito, and they were all right as well. They were really nice. So all in all, it was really good. However, it was £8.88, so it bloody well better have been good. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock at night. And the Asda close to me that closes at midnight, so I'm going to try and get some cheap stuff there and see what that's like. I don't know if I'm going to get any bargains because from my memory of when I worked in a supermarket, your last reductions were like 9 o'clock at night, but I want to try it to see if it works. So I'm going to Asda. I am going to buy some clearance stuff, so let's just see what I've got because it's too late now to not buy anything for breakfast tomorrow. So let's see what I can get. I thought that was okay. Okay, so this is what I bought for tomorrow. For breakfast, I have got these Quorn creamy korma bites. They were £1.5, reduced from £1.75. And then for lunch, I've got some piggy bits. So I've got pork cocktail sausages. They were £1.20 down from £2. And I got some cucumber batons as well. They were 24p from 40p. Also this for lunch, I've got breaded chicken mini fillets. They were £1.61 from £2.40. And then for dinner, I've got a vegan butternut squash and aubergine curry with coconut rice, which actually sounds like that is my speed. That sounds bloody good. That was £2.40 from £4. Thoughts of very late at night. You don't get as much choice. Like, there's not as much choice. I did get some stuff that I wanted, but as you can see, for lunch I've got bits and bobs, which it's not really my favorite thing to eat. I'm not over the moon excited about breakfast or lunch tomorrow, but dinner is going to be really, really nice. So breakfast was okay. What I actually ended up doing was eating the Quorn korma bites for breakfast. They were so nice. I will definitely be purchasing them again. They were so good. Then for lunch, I just had the cocktail sausages because it was quite filling breakfast. Like, that was a lot to eat for breakfast. So I had a couple of the cocktail sausages and I'll probably eat the rest of them like another day. I had the curry with the chicken nuggets, which was really, really good. Probably the best thing that I've ate during this whole couple of days. So today I thought, let me try somewhere different. I first went to Aldi and they had literally nothing reduced at all, like nothing at all. I feel like places like Lidl and Aldi don't really do reductions that much because they're just a lot busier. People are buying their stuff a lot more often, and plus the kind of shopper that goes to Lidl or Aldi is a lot more savvy, so they're much more likely to pick up the reductions as soon as they land on the shelf. But I did end up going to Lidl and I got some bargains. So for dinner, what I've got is I've got this cheese, leek and chicken gratin, and it was £2.44, reduced from £3.49. And then to go with it, I've got these potatoes, Parmentier potatoes, 97p down from 1.39, which not bad at all. For a little snack throughout the day, I got some barbecue pork pies. There's 6 of them here. And then my sort of luck ran out. I couldn't really find anything for breakfast, but then I found this section in Lidl called When It's Gone, It's Gone, and that is stuff that is reduced, and once it's sold through, they're not going to have any more of them. So it felt like clearance. It felt like reduced food. So what I got myself is another snack because these look so good. There's some sag aloo bites. They look so good. And then for breakfast, I got this. I've seen these about and they don't look very nice. This is an onion omelette with potato. I feel like it'd be way easier to make your own omelette, but here it is. I will let you know. So this might be a bit big for breakfast. Like, look at the size of it compared to my face. Oh, it says it serves 5 people. I'll probably eat half of this for breakfast. So all in all, I spent £9.14, which, again, I think that's probably my most expensive days. I'm starting to form an opinion, and it might be the way that I'm eating, but yeah, let's see how I get on with this food, because you never know, it might be awful. Jake ate the pork pies. Well, he ate 3 the night I got them, and then he took the other 3 to work. He did say that they were good. The omelette for breakfast wasn't very much an omelette. It was much more of a potato cake. I couldn't really taste anything other than potato in it. It was nice, but very, very filling. I can see why it serves 5. I think I had about 3 people's worth. The spinach bites were an absolute revelation. They were absolutely delicious. And then the chicken with the potatoes was actually okay, not too bad at all. I think all in all, it was okay food. It wasn't reduced by very much or anything like that. And it was quite expensive. And I think the amount of money that I spent on it, I probably would have wanted nicer food, and I probably could have easily got nicer food than that. So on the last day of this experiment, I'm gonna go to Morrison's just to see what I can get from there, because I really like Morrison's as a supermarket and I really like their food. So let's see what sort of food I can get from Morrison's. Okay, so it's day seven. It's the final day of this experiment. I'm about to go to Morrison's, and I do feel quite hopeful about Morrison's because it is one of my favourite places to shop, and I always see nice stuff reduced. So let's see what Morrison's brings to us. I hope it's going to be good, but you never know. It's currently just gone about 6 o'clock, so I know probably markdowns are done and they close at 10 o'clock. So let's just see what I get. I am quite shocked at how successful that was. I am incredibly shocked at how little money I spent. Just you wait. For breakfast, I got this skyr yogurt, which looks really nice. Raspberry and hazelnut granola was £1.40, now 42p. For lunch, I got some thick, ready to eat cut ham, was £3.15, now 32p. And then to go with it, I got some chili noodles, was £2.25, now 23p. For dinner, I got some parmentier potatoes. I don't know what it is, but like I've had that twice this week, but these were £2, now 20p. And then to go with it, I got some pretend chicken 7-fried goujons without the cluck, was £2.75, now 28p. And then I even had money left over for dessert, so I got 3, what are they, zesty lemon cheesecakes, was £1.70, now 17p. And these aren't even going out of date, it's just that someone's ruined the packaging on them. 17p. So that whole shop was £1.62. Like, that's the cheapest one I've had. Like, that's a whole day's food for £1.62. That's loopy. Anyway, I'll let you know how I got on with it tomorrow, and let's see what it all tastes like. I mean, it looks good. So this morning I had the skyr yogurt, and that was one of the nicest breakfasts I've had in a really long time. The yogurt was really thick, it had big chunks of fruit, and the nuts in it were like whole nuts. They were just, it was just delicious. Lunch wasn't my favorite. The noodles weren't very tasty, and the meat was a bit slimy. I don't think it's because it was like reduced meat. I think it was just because of the way it was packaged. So didn't really enjoy that very much at all. And then for dinner, those potatoes and the chicken, that was really nice. The potatoes were much better than the Lidl ones. They had a lot of flavour in them. I couldn't finish it all because it was quite a lot for one person. It did serve 2. But the chicken was really nice. It had a really nice flavour to it, although the texture was a bit rubbery, but you tend to get that with fake meat. So all in all, it was really good and definitely worth £1.62. So we are now at the end of this experiment, and the question that I asked myself at the start of the video, is it cheaper and is it worthwhile living exclusively on clearance food? The answer is no, for me, in my situation. I tried a lot of different times and I tried a lot of different supermarkets, and there were very big differences between the two. For instance, Tesco's, I would say, had the best availability, like the best choice for lots of different types of clearance food. There was a lot of choice that you had over there. However, it was not the cheapest. The cheapest one by a country mile was Morrison's. However, there wasn't a massive amount of choice there. But the place with the least choice was Asda. You definitely can get a week's worth of meals just on clearance yellow label food, but would you? I've ended up choosing things that I wouldn't necessarily pick up. I have found some absolute shining stars of food that I wouldn't necessarily pick up that was absolutely delicious. I mean, those little sag spinach bites in Lidl were so good. When I break it down how much I've spent over the last 7 days just on breakfast, lunch and dinner, it comes up to £38.69. And I think for one person in a week, that's a lot of money. And to put that into context, I spend about £25 just on me and the cats. So it's not, I think you can get it a lot cheaper. I ended up spending, as an average, £5.53 a day on clearance food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sometimes a snack. And I just don't think that's a bargain. I don't think yellow label food is what you think it is. I think if you're buying yellow label food to supplement the other bits that you're getting, as in to make a meal, it's really, really good. So I saw things like fresh mince that I couldn't cook within the day, and it was too raw for me to really trust doing that. But if you froze it immediately and had it with the other things that you're buying, if you're going to buy it anyway and you're going to freeze it anyway, I think it's actually a bargain. But to live exclusively on yellow label food, it's not cheaper. It's definitely not, at least what I found. If you exclusively buy clearance yellow label foods, then you're probably not going to find a bargain, bestie. Thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. And that is all I have for you this week. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really liked that I started the video when I lived in my old place and we've moved all the way over. Like, I loved it. And I really enjoyed doing this. If you liked this video and you want me to do more like this, please let me know in the comments down below. There are no new patrons from last video. Well, there may have been, but I'm currently on holiday, so I don't know. If we have any more, I will let you know when I return. Thanks so much for being here with me this week. I genuinely appreciate everything. Please let me know in the comments down below if you liked the video and if you would like to see more like this. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And I will see you again very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching, bestie. Bye-bye.